Out of necessity, we go early today.
Our brethren are already in the field. Why stand we here idle? What is it the gentlemen wish? What would they have? Is life so dear, or peace so sweet? Has to be purchased at the price of chains and slavery? Forbid it, Almighty God. I know not what course others. As for me, give me liberty, or give me death.
So many windows, so little time. Well, we can hope it breaks this way on election day. Maybe even better. Heart of America? I don't think so. Hello and welcome to the 4 o'clock shadow. I am your host with Must Up Hair. Going early, yes, out of necessity because I have to clock in at 5:45 today and Friday. It's good to know ahead of time. So I finally got my John Byrne Charlton books in. That's good. We'll look at some new art by me, John Dillard, Who knows? Handy thing, use comic book boards. Gable Penny Shot in the house. Hello, Gable. Shadowhawk chiming in earlier. This stream was actually slated for yesterday. I thought I'd change the time on it. Apparently not. But Gable's here, and he says he never gets notifications for the show. I have sent the link to Shadowhawk and Texas Dave, so hopefully they'll be joining us in a little bit. There's my calendar. Always the one thing you need gets buried. Yes, so jumping right in. Lot looks pretty good. The comic book lot. One book needs some help there. Well, there's, this is on a lot of them. The T-shirt ad. Amazing dollar off offer. Trucking. These are around 1976. One way you can tell with Charlton books is the little 76 there up in the corner box with the CDC number slash there. I think I have this one in my collection already. But it may be the other version. Like I said, they reused and repriced later. This is 30 cents. This is the original Scary Tales number 6. Take a look at that in a moment. I guess I could leave them in the raw and show them to you in the raw. I just feel better with them boarded and bagged, and we might want to peruse through some of them. Happy heavenly birthday to Joe Kubert. Tree Garland in the house. Hey, Tree. I ended up toggling the bell icon and got notified today. Cool. Because we did go early due to work. Have New Bystander done by John Dillard. And this character here, the Seer. Nice piece of that. Let's see. On the Elon Musk actually telephone just a moment. Maybe shadow calling. Sorry about that. I need to take that call. It's about the fixing of my chimney. Top of it destroyed in high winds a couple months ago. Got a tarp on it now. Hopefully got a guy going to come over tomorrow and fix it. Hey, Dark locking in the house. Shadowhawk making a reappearance. Still having streaming problem, Rex. No, I sent you the link, Shadowhawk. I sent Texas Dave the link. I'm using StreamYard. For some reason, yesterday couldn't connect. So you should have the, on Instagram, you should have the link. If you need me to drop it in the chat or something, I can. So I did some head sketches recently. Zeitgeist, did a few of him, a few of Geo. Because I like to draw. Okay, there's one. Using different eye types. Just trying to look, maybe subtle differences. No nose or mouth, no, really facial expression. So you had to tell a lot within the eyes, right? And I was shooting for something like that, although this is looking more appealing to me as a sticker design. This was the well, I'll show you in order, I guess. Okay, so there's a Geo, sort of an upshot of Geo did. And I probably went over this 2-3 times. I like the blacks to be really black. When I do the brush, it generally only takes about one time, but when I use like the felt tip on this double, that I get a lot of these to write with, to draw with, ink with. It generally takes more than one covering, but I like it to look nice, really dark. So I don't mind expending the extra ink. Would it reproduce in black the other way? Probably, no problem. But I like it to look really finished, when I'm done. The blacks to look pretty black and not a lot of streaking, like you see right there a little bit. But that's okay. I mean, you scan this, it's going to turn out black. I was kind of going for a death look, like a skull look with Geo, trying new things. So I did this one of Geo, which is kind of wild. And I had to round around the eye sockets there, at least on that one. That map I showed you was something Elon Musk had put on X. Maybe you've seen it, maybe you haven't. I don't know the Night Silver poll or whatever, a new election college model, according to Nate Silver, no toss up, whatever that is. Trump won 312 to Kamala Harris's 226. That would be cool, but why does Kamala even get 226? She is the most faker in politics today. Sorry, she just is. Like I said, happy heavenly birthday to Joe Kubert. Joe Kubert would have been 96, I think, today. Here's some of his early artwork. Son of Sinbad. That's a nice Joe Kubert cover. Very busy for Joe Kubert. Putting a lot in there. Shadow, you never did tell me if you, I mean, I know I went early, so you're probably not home yet. I don't know. Get some roosters for eggs and raise some bulls for milk. Then you'll see that gender matters, especially at milking time. Here's an Eclipse comic that I've not seen before. Bob Powell's Timeless Tales. That looks intriguing. Eclipse really came out with some nice comics, and I'm sure this is, reprint of all Bob Powell stuff, but still very nice, very affordable for some issues that might lay you back a little bit on the fundage. Seems like everything's laying me back on the fundage. Here is some 1978-79 Viper designs from Battlestar Galactica by Ralph McQuarrie. Very nice stuff. Of course, celebrating the other day the premiere of Battlestar Galactica on TV. Welcome to the show, Shadowhawk. Hello.
Hello. Hey all, good to see you. Nice to be back today.
Yeah. We can't even highlight like this. You have to do that in StreamYard. On YouTube Studio, very limiting. After you've been on StreamYard.
Yeah, I guess so.
But it was a good backup plan. It was the only way I could stream.
Right. At least you still got the show in there.
At least I did. Yes. Well, these are kind of nice Viper designs. They're very Star Warsy. For Battlestar Galactica. Skipped one there. There we go. They do look more like the Star Wars designs, though, which is to be expected. Star Wars in 77, when he did these 78, 79, but and there was multiple ships, right? There was a whole convoy of ships, right?
Oh yeah, there's all kinds of.
Who is Machete? How do you say Danny's last name?
Danny Trejo.
Trejo. Trejo.
Yep, Danny Trejo.
National Cheeseburger Day today. If you didn't know.
Danny's got his own restaurant now. I don't know if it's a chain or it's just one of them, but
here's a 2020 burger by Danny.
All right, I got the 20 by 20 hamburger ready. Now,
I'm
going to try it. I'm going to try it. No, I can't do it. Hey.
I got it.
Now, look at this guy.
Dang.
Huh?
Look at the mouth on this dude. Holy crap. Don't get in his way when he's hungry, boy. He'll take your arm right off.
He just needs to go straight to gigoloing. I'm just saying.
You almost got me
there. Did I almost make you spew?
Yeah, I almost spewed my drink on that one. Eagle Rider, hail. Good to see you.
Eagle Rider. Hey, Eagle.
Hadn't seen you in 2 shakes of a lamb's tail.
Eagle, I couldn't even get on StreamYard yesterday at 4 o'clock. From like 3:30 to 4:30. Of course, we're early today. Maybe that's why she's in here, right? Because
maybe.
And that she loves me, and you. Can't leave you out. Right?
No.
Yeah, life has been crazy. Yeah, it has been crazy. But now, before you popped in, Shadowhawk, I got contacted by a guy that may fix my chimney.
Oh, okay.
I think my friend, he got up on the scaffolding and he's like, yeah, mine and your age, Rex, we don't need to get up on that high scaffolding.
Yeah,
I'm done with that. So I don't. So it may cost me a little bit to get the chimney done, but hey, at least we'll get it done. And
right. But you got it. You do got it temporarily wrapped up, right? At least.
Yes. Thank God, because it rained and rained and rained.
Yeah, that's what I thought you said. You managed to get the tarp up there at least. Oh man!
And thank God we did, because oh my gosh. It rained it's rained its pants off.
Yeah.
I have actually done this as a kid, not the nutcracker, not thankfully. And you've probably done this. I've done this on my car, where you get on, you're trying to remove the lugs
Oh
and you
yeah.
stand on it.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, yeah, he gets hit.
Oh no. Oh. Oh, I saw that one coming, boy. Ow.
Yeah, yeah. Just jumping up and down, and whoever posted this said, when the right music that goes with the right situation comes into your head.
Oh.
Yeah, she ended strong on that one, didn't she?
Wow.
At first, you're like, yeah, that. I don't know that it intensifies, but man, that's
Ouch.
immediate. The gift that keeps on giving.
Yeah, I mean that's a solid steel bar too, popping back up on you.
I know that could affect future generations, right?
Yeah.
Mike Byrne up to his old stuff. G.I. Jesus.
Oh.
He's got the gun
Right.
belt.
Nice, Mike.
Yeah.
Jesus
Kind of
back and he's pissed.
Kind of appropriate for Joe Kubert's heavenly birthday, because he drew a lot of Sergeant Rock with that gun belt across him,
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ink Spot says warm up over unhinged line work. Acrylic sign up for Frog G2. Absolutely. So
They getting ready to launch Frog G2 already?
Yeah. Have you signed up for it yet?
No, I don't think so. I think I'm gonna have to get over there.
Yeah. I'm gonna have to send you the link, huh?
Yes, sir. Where's he at? Indiegogo or Fund My Comic?
On Indiegogo.
Okay.
Yeah. If we could only get him to do Fund My Comic.
I'm surprised he hasn't tried them yet.
Okay, you're gonna drop that in the chat for everyone. If you haven't signed up for Frog G2, might as well sign up, get notifications, exclusive full trading card. Our hero must find the key to unlock the door that will fulfill his destiny. This is called the Cerebus. If I'm saying that right, key. Cerebus key. Am I saying that right? Cerberus.
Cerberus. Cerberus. That's the
Cerberus. Okay.
Cerberus.
What is that? Is that Greek?
That's the three-headed demon that guards the entry to hell.
The dog.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's him.
From DC's bicentennial calendar, very nice piece indeed. That looks like Neil Adams to me.
Yeah.
And actually, the
I don't know, those fingers could almost be Kirby, man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just square everything off and it looks like Kirby.
Exactly, yeah.
But now there has been talk of, like they're not just head, there's actually bodies buried, under the.
I have heard that. There's like whole figures there, that just got like buried up to their necks in the sand.
Right. Yeah.
That's crazy. Because they have to be pretty damn big, you would think, if they're in accordance with the size of their head.
One of my favorite Neil Adams Phantom Stranger covers. And I'm not sure that purple wasn't on another layer, when they do it that way. With the
maybe.
Yeah, they put it on another layer back then.
Okay.
And overlay it. Because it's not black line.
Right. I got
when you're finished. Very
Pretty
cool.
cool.
Here's the cover to the DC Super DC calendar, 1976.
Oh, very cool.
I get
Bicentennial.
that's Neil Adams artwork on the cover. Get a very Super Frenzy vibe off that.
Mm-hmm.
Although I don't know that I put Shazam there in the front. I think Flash. Why is Flash always in the back? Come on, he's the fastest man alive.
Yeah, you would think he would be in first place, and everybody else would be
You'd think
behind
it'd be where Batman is, and Batman would be lagging behind because he's only mortal.
Right.
Comic book logic, though.
And why is Captain Marvel or Shazam, whatever you want to call him, not fucking flying? He can fly.
Right. You got to fit it all in. I mean, I mean, they didn't at that time. They didn't want to take away from Superman, right? Well, no, I said 96. Actually, today would have been Joe Kubert's. There he is at his drawing desk. It would have been Joe Kubert's 98th birthday today.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I miss him. I never met him, and I miss him, you know. Here's a cool, dope Tarzan. I love when you talk about statues coming alive, like the Easter Island things. Here's Egyptian. I like the little man-ape battles the stone Sphinx sort of breakthrough, you know, the way they did the border and everything around that.
Yeah, I think somebody posted this one on Twitter earlier, didn't you?
Okay, I stole it. So what?
Oh, I'm just asking.
Where do you think I got it?
if I was correct.
American Psycho 4K Blu-ray. I have not seen American Psycho.
Oh, really? That's a good movie, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I know you're not big on the horror stuff, but that's a pretty good psychological.
Well, it depends on what horror, but you know, here's the 4K release right there.
Yep. And it's Christian Bale. Well, I like Christian Bale.
I think when they had VHSs, they actually did this to some movie. So they've been doing this for a while with the fluid under the plastic.
Oh, yeah. I've seen that trick once or twice.
Eventually, even back when it was, you know.
Yeah, back when it was still
on VHSs. But I mean,
they used to do some cool lenticular covers and stuff too back in the day.
Yeah, true, yeah, and you had some of the, you know, like what was it, Frankenhooker? You had actually press a button, it would make noise, talk.
Oh yeah. Some of them make like talk to you or whatever.
Justin, I asked Justin on Twitter about pencils down. Just got the engraved pencils for the upcoming campaign. The first 100 physical backers to sign up and back. So you got to sign up and back the project will receive one.
I'm signed up. I don't know if I'm obviously I haven't backed yet, but I'm trying to be one of the first. And then good stuff. I want to be one of the first 3 on his. So
yeah. You get
my incredibly rare spatula laser engraved.
Yeah, with auto openers built in.
And done by the lovely Flying Feline.
Written by Hojo with interiors by John Dillard, covers Corey Barton and Eric Hudson on pencils down.
Oh, very cool.
Here's a look at the pencil that if you sign up for pencils down, you'll get. That's kind of clever.
It wasn't.
What?
It wasn't Hojo. It was damn it, the Immortal Rising dude.
Yeah.
What's his name?
What of it?
When we had what was that guy's Paul back on the other day? And I asked
Paul
him.
Monsky.
Yeah, I said I thought I heard somebody mention his name, and I was thinking it was Hojo, but I went back and looked at the stream, and it was actually uh, the dude that does the one I just said. Um,
Immortal Rising.
Immortal Rising, yes. Which is I can't remember who that is right now. It's Immortal Rising.
If I could help you out, I would.
Anyways, but yeah, it was him that was on it. For some reason, I was thinking it was Hojo.
We will get to the Charlton comics that I got in today. Finally.
Oh, they made it. All right.
Yeah, they made it.
I was starting to worry about if the dude even ever sent them out to you with the.
Hey, Katie.
Yeah, Katie.
Well, they got here. I don't know if this is Jack Kirby on X dropped in. This is pretty neat. Machine Man, sort of Mago like.
Oh, wow! I've never seen that one.
I haven't either. I wonder if it's a custom made.
That's what I'm thinking, because I don't remember ever seeing like a company do Machine Man.
Well, I mean, they're still making, so this is probably a newer one that they
maybe. I mean, but I don't see. I mean, usually the logo of who makes it is there somewhere on the packaging.
It says Mago between his legs there by the hand.
Oh, does it? Oh, okay. Yeah. Wow, cool. So Mego finally got around to making Machine
Man.
But
it seems like an asterisk over the O, so I wonder if it's a custom or if this is maybe foreign release. I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
I'll have to do a search.
I can't see it there now. Oh yeah, now that I see it, yeah, it does say Mego. Mm-hmm. I wonder if he's got the stretchy arms, where you can pull his hand out and you have like
you're really stretching. Yeah, you're really asking.
Oh, come on, man! A man can dream. I want my Machine Man to be able to stretch his arms. Is that so bad?
He'll make Rom's girlfriend very happy someday.
Old Starlight or whatever the hell her name was.
I had a meeting with John Dillard early today. They kind of interrupted my watching Katie's Corner. But I bought one of these and it survived my fire because it was in my trailer studio. It's a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle bot bag. And actually, I finally found the copyright, very small, right down here. It's been open, but it's still, I've never really, I don't know why I opened it, but it's never really been unfolded or anything. So I definitely get back in the box.
I got a Superman one from the 80s. I don't know what they're going for or whatever. I'm probably going to throw that on eBay.
Well, this one, there was one on there for $174.
Holy shit!
It's 36-inch for inflatable 1988. The Leonardo one, like I have here, and then there's another guy that got one on there for $200 with 12.
Wow.
So
I'm gonna have to look up my Superman.
I'm thinking about putting this up on eBay. I think I can
beat
their.
Shit, dude.
I wouldn't mind getting $150 for it.
Yeah,
or something.
Not bad at all, right? I mean, you probably didn't pay anywhere near that for it. So.
No, I don't see a price tag, but yeah, I didn't give, near that. I think I could.
I think I found my Superman one at a garage sale. Actually, still in the box. It had never been taken out and blown up or anything. I was like, "Oh, okay, cool. Let me have that." I think I paid it like $1.50 for it.
I stack things. I showed you the Doctor Strange essentials.
Essentials.
And
now, who made the call on what was essentials? That's my thing.
Right. Yeah. let's face it. Even if you have 30 volumes of Howard the Duck, probably not going to get.
Who wants to read 30 volumes of Howard the Duck? That's the problem.
I'm just saying, if he had a longer run or whatever, right?
Right.
Look red. I don't know why. Look red. It looks like somebody bitch slapped me on that side of my face.
You got red on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, you are a little bit red.
I don't know. It's splotchy.
I suppose you've never seen Shaun of the Dead either, so you didn't get that line. Have you ever seen Shaun of the Dead, Rick? All right, quit thinking.
Okay. That almost scared me.
Yeah, we got to put that up as a thumbnail, dude. Rex is going to be late today.
Very late. Vintage.
Yeah. Like literally.
So this was third printing cover here of number 1. Right?
Uh-huh.
All the Steve Ditko stuff from Strange Tales 110, 111, 114 through 168 reproduced. Yeah. I think it's pretty much all Ditko,
Did you say you sent a link to Texas Dave earlier?
I did. But we're going early, remember?
Well, yeah, but plus today is Wednesday, right?
Okay, I worked. He wasn't here yesterday. Did I send him a link yesterday? I couldn't send him a link yesterday.
Yeah, you couldn't send anybody
the link yesterday because I had to go through YouTube Studio because StreamYard wasn't working for me.
Right, that's why I didn't bother to remind you to send the link to Dave because you couldn't even send it to me.
Dan Atkins does some in here. Marie Severin, Herb Trimpe, I think. He does some inking for sure. So there are some other.
Marie Severin, that's a perfect example. We don't have girls in comics until 2014 or whatever. Bullshit. Marie Severin was around, back in the 60s?
But that represents this Eternity represents the Marvel Universe in kind of character form, and made a lot of appearances in Doctor Strange. And I just like this, and like I say, I got it for not much. So
I didn't realize Eternity was supposed to be the a symbol type thing for the Marvel
Universe. And he also has, I guess, out of a sister cosmic character called Infinity.
Oh, okay. So what about was it Eon, the Living Planet, and
he's more of a elder or whatever,
right,
entity.
Yeah.
But now here is the first printing of Doctor Strange. You can see the difference in the bindings.
Oh, dude, well, looks like they might have added some pages too.
And I know, right?
That second one looks thicker.
Well, let's see. This has.
I mean, I guess it could be just paper stock, but
it must be because it's exactly the same thing content-wise, except for the cover. Check out the cover to the first printing.
Yeah, they must have used the. I like that one better than the second one.
Yeah, well, I like both.
But I'm guessing maybe
this is probably Dan Atkins. This is Steve Ditko.
Right. But I'm guessing they must have used heavier paper, maybe a heavier gauge on the cover. Because if they're the same page numbers, look how fucking much thicker that second one is, dude.
I know. Well,
it's like at least 1 1/4. Interesting.
Yeah.
Uh-oh.
What?
So something's going on Twitter.
Did you get a notification or something?
Yeah, I just had something pop across the top of the screen. One of our buddies is giving somebody some shit. Because all I caught was. No, go ahead.
So I got in 7 hours of work last night on the dot.
Nice.
Yeah. Clocked in at 6:30, clocked out at 1:30.
That's a long night for you.
Well, did all the east of Truman. If I had a tablet to show me the streets that I went down,
right,
I probably wouldn't have been redundant and went down a lot of the same streets 2-3 times.
Shit.
I didn't have any visual. They give you a map, but that only, and I didn't even look at that. It's like, look, if you got a grid, and some of them aren't a grid, it's a cluster. It's like,
right.
I mean, this is curving. This is, it branches off in 3 different directions.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to kind of keep it in your mind. Okay, well, I'll take this one. And
Well,
look for
especially
landmarks.
They build these new neighborhoods now and stuff. There's only like one or two ways in and out of the neighborhood. So everything else is just a freaking big ass loop. When you get in there, it's like, shit, man, it's easy to get turned around in those kind of neighborhoods.
Yeah. I mean, I've went into some, where it just curves, and you're like, I mean, where am I going to wind up? North, south, east, or west?
Exactly. Yeah.
At the end of it, and then it branches off into 3 other veins or something. It's like, yeah, that's a lot. So I kind of had to keep it in my mind and and go one direction as much as I could, and then go the other direction and another, and then also east is divided up by train tracks. So, this side of the train track, that side of the train track, what's kind of a compass, somewhat.
Yeah, you got a landmark to work with.
I looked at the mileage. You go at least 2 miles away from everybody else. It's just this one it's the strangest thing when you look at it. It looks like a T, but it's more of an L. You go, the map is like the very edge of east side, right? Up against the field stuff. You're out at the very peripheral of the city, right? City in quotation marks, 7,000 something people.
Small city.
Small town. Yeah. But it's got one road that goes about 2 miles away from everybody else, and then goes over to the right, and includes like a little roundy community there, and then you come back, So it's very strange. You got this one thing on the tablet, Of course, I didn't take the tablet last night. They don't have it synced to my truck. There's no need really to take it. I don't.
Yeah, you've been doing these routes for what now? 12, 13 years, right? How long?
But this is the first year I've done Truman, because we've had a regular guy on that for the last 3 years or so.
Right,
because I think this is only the 4th year we've had this contract. So this year is the first time that I've got to do it. I did it earlier in the year. Did it that night when I did somebody else's route. I did a little bit of east, not much. That night. That was the last time I was down there.
Oh, wow.
But I used to live down there a couple of years when I worked for World Color.
Yeah, you told me that. You used to live down there.
Mm-hmm. So I got boards and bags. He had these put in like one board and bag. Some of them have, they've got different ads. Like this is Scary Tales number 5. Has like one of the jewelry ads. So
cool.
I don't know if this is military or not, or if this was actually, it's not.
Is that a Mark?
It's not Mark Jewelers. So I guess it's it's jewelry sales company. So it's probably on all of them, but you got to wonder. I do anyway.
I'm guessing maybe they were doing so well with Mark that they decided to, expand a little bit or something.
I don't know.
Well, no, these are back in what? Wait a minute. Is that
this one's 1976?
Oh, that might have been.
But Mark Jewelers ran for a long time.
Did they?
20 years. 20 years in the comics, maybe.
Oh wow,
a long time.
But yeah, those were mostly on the military bases, though, right? basically.
Oh, yeah, the Mark Jewelers was, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you know what? Maybe Ripa got encouraged by that, and that's why he put his wife's little jewelry company in. Never mind.
Okay. All right. So overall, I mean, I haven't really looked these over really good because they arrived, an hour or so before the broadcast.
Mm-hmm.
Do have a little corner bend on that one. Just a little slight, right?
There's the daisy. Oh, there's my foot. She's tuckered out.
Shadow's foot. Yeah, so a little dog ear, what you call dog ear there, but you can straighten that out with your finger.
Yeah.
Little
you know what I usually do with those is when I put them back in the board and bag is I'll slip them back in upside down so that it makes sure it folds the dog ear back.
Yeah.
And flattens it out.
That's one technique indeed. Yes, indeed.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think that was that prominent on that one, so
that's good.
Put it right side up. We'll probably take it out.
No color break.
I don't think so on that. Yeah, I mean these would definitely could benefit from a pressing. Here's Peace Officer Training Service College, established in 1939. Join the professional team so you can become a police officer. Ad on the back.
Okay. I don't think I ever saw that ad. Mm-hmm. At least I don't remember it.
I don't either. But then I don't have a lot of Charlton.
No, I don't either. I've only got I was like what did we figure out, like 15,000 books I got? Probably maybe 20 of them are Charlton. Maybe.
Tamp it down. Now, this one's going to require a little work, and I'll show you how to get this out for people that don't know. And it's a John Byrne book.
Cute.
And he sent it to me this way in the bag. A lot of people don't correct stuff like that.
Ah, man. See, that's just...
See, there's another ring ad on the back.
Mm-hmm.
And this is Doomsday +1. This is early John Byrne book. But the way I would do that, there's a couple of ways you could do it. You can take an X-Acto blade, of course, not with the sharp piece,
Right.
You don't trust yourself with that. You take an old backing board, and you can, go underneath the dog ear and straighten it like that.
Yep.
This one has at least one page, the back page folded over. So
bummer.
I'm probably gonna, along with the back cover thing. So I'm just gonna take my X-Acto and go underneath it, but not the sharp side, and straighten it out. Press it with my hand a little bit, and then go ahead and put the back cover up and go underneath there and make sure everything's laying down good, and straighten it out. Again,
there you go.
Good pressing
to
make that permanent.
Oh, yeah. Dude, even just if you bag it and board it up and then put it into a comic book box with some weight on it, it'll, with comic book.
But here's 1975, and the way you can tell the date on the Charlton, it has a little 75 there. If it'll focus. Some of the Charltons have the year on the cover. Yeah, I know it's not focusing, but it says 75/CDC, which is probably Charlton something, Anyway, all new Doomsday +1, 1975 John Byrne cover. very Planet of the Apes like, and Commandy, which was based on, with the sunken Statue of Liberty cover. Actually,
Right.
on eBay, I had a guy that would only buy Statue of Liberty covers from me.
Yeah, I
That's what
remember you telling me about that, dude.
what he
Like,
collected.
that's all he collected was Statue of Liberties, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty wild. There are people that are like that, though. They just collect certain things. Like you were saying, a gorilla on the cover only sells. I've actually come across a couple people now that have talked about that on streams and been like, yeah, that's the only thing I collect is books that have gorillas on the cover. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Specialty.
Mm-hmm.
The ambiance. From the smell of 1975.
That's right. Smell that.
Decomposing.
That decomposition. Smells
wonderful. Sometimes it's cool just to see the difference in ads that never made it into Marvel and DC books, just from Charlton. 100 decals free.
Oh yeah. Because they did have a lot of the same ones, but then they had a lot of different ones as well.
Mm-hmm. Now, here up in the right-hand corner, you see a little red line. That's supposed to be the cut line. Didn't quite get cut, and then it goes, from this yellow ochre or orange, a little bit lighter on the line. So better trimmed here around the binding, not so much there. I don't know if you can see that or not. It's a little lighter up at the top. Right there in the corner is a little red line. That's the cut line where it should have been cut. Because sometimes the pending, checking the bottom might be cut a little bit more if it's shifted, or up top, on all comics.
Well, and everything now in printing is pretty much automated. So you set it at the beginning. Yeah, you set it at the beginning of your run. But if you got, if the paper shifts or something, like as it's being printed, if the roll shifts somehow, or if the pressman doesn't catch that right when it comes out the press, then you're gonna get shit that you can't cut straight because it didn't print straight.
And they check that. They go in with measuring caliber or whatever, and they that's where you get your approval covers.
Mm-hmm. I believe it's like every 1,000 copies or something, they'll pull like 10 and check them, and make sure that the ink, is still coming out nice and blah, blah, blah.
And if they have a problem, I mean, they may have to pull the stock and go back, if it's too prominent and the book's not going to turn out good, and that's going to get some people really flared up.
Mm-hmm.
And
they might just have to kill the run and restart again.
Yeah, but now the binding part of it too, because after it's going straight, it can get off.
Oh yeah.
And it can get off a lot. If you let it go. So you got to continually check. That's the operator.
Again, you're sticking those covers in an automatic folding machine, right? So if you don't have it perfectly set up, or if anything goes wrong with the paper, the paper size or whatever during it,
it folds the form.
It'll keep doing its job. It'll keep folding them, and if you don't catch it, it just
I get way off because the forms or the pages and the cover's a little different, but I mean it goes down the line like this,
right? And don't get me wrong, I've never worked in comic books, but
different forms, and then it gets stapled,
right?
Or glued, depending.
But press printing, no matter if it's for comic books or what form of reading material, is all very similar. It's all done on very similar equipment. Some are bigger, some are smaller, but I'm sure comic books and newspapers are very similar.
Dog tags, and how about that 100 toy soldier ad?
Oh yeah, dude! I told you I actually got that one, the little Foot Locker. But those dudes were actually 2-dimensional. They were they were flat, and then like punched out of a piece of plastic, and then they would put just enough of a little tiny base on the bottom of them so you could stand them up.
Was it printed? Was it cardboard?
I think so.
Paper?
No, they were plastic, but it was like real, like real thin plastic.
Early 3D printing in 2 dimensions.
Yeah, in 2 dimensions.
Yeah.
Because that's
How big was the locker? How big was the locker?
Oh God, maybe like 6 inches long, by about maybe 2.5, 3 inches wide, by like
It's
same.
not bad.
Yeah,
Classic.
the width and the height are both basically the same, but so.
Jonas says, "Is that a WC issue you're smelling?" I don't know what WC is, but it's
WC war campaign.
Yeah, it's not war campaign. No, it's Charlton.
Or it could be a water closet,
On
which means a bathroom cubby.
okay, yeah. Well, now I did have a couple of issues in
Fail,
this
Joe.
lot. Have water damage, which was unexpected, but they weren't the Byrne issues.
Well, that's good.
It's got a trucker ad, trucking school on the inside
Mother
front cover.
trucker.
But early John Byrne artwork here, 3-panel splash page.
Cool.
Going straight to the love making there, kissing.
Straight to the banging.
Then the story, I guess they're astronauts. I've not read this. I'm gonna have to at least read the first issue and see what Doomsday +1 was about, or the Doomsday Run. It looks like they crashed, maybe in Moscow. But
no,
T-shirt ad.
You see that there, fucking Elvis in the background on Rex's Exchange.
We got
what
Elvis?
Do you think, Rex? Yeah, Mom was over here watching a reel, like puppy dogs and babies, and it had Elvis singing, "I can't help falling in love."
Well, I couldn't hear it.
No, okay, good. That's what I was like, honey, turn that down. I don't want to get Rex struck.
Oh yeah, you wouldn't want to. Yeah, you could get.
You don't want to play Elvis, man. Fucking what's her name? Don't play. Fucking Priscilla. Yeah, she's a bitch.
You can definitely tell the John Byrne faces even at this earlier stage, right?
Oh yeah, definitely got that Byrne quality to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like we were talking about the other day, I mean, Jim Lee draws faces one way. Todd McFarlane, you can always tell a McFarlane face. You can always tell I can always tell a Kirby by the face, the face or the hands, one or the other. Like Neil Adams and Gil Kane, those are a little tougher, but
see if I can find
I'm getting better at those. Hanging out with you.
Here you go, frozen woolly mammoth.
Ooh. How do I get me one of those? Oh, that's not the ad.
No, that's not the ad. No.
I thought that was an ad for like an old fucking toy. But wait a minute. I didn't see that one.
But Grit Publication, remember Grit?
Mm-hmm.
You could sell Grit?
Yep. I think I actually did that for a couple of years when I was like 10 or 11.
Fellows, you can win your choice of neat prizes, free regularly, plus as much as $2 to $10 cash every week.
Oh, that reminds me, right?
The woolly mammoth came alive. They're in trouble now.
I think I told you.
In Charlton.
I don't know if I did or not.
What? What'd you tell me? What did you not tell me?
Apparently people have, now that, people are actually talking to me and shit, because, like, I went a good long time at this new job with, like, everybody pretending they couldn't speak English. Now everybody knows, like, cool, that I'm cool, then they talk to me and shit. So, but we got a new guy that just got hired, a new sales guy. And, apparently, he's been parking next to me in the morning, and he grabbed me when I was on my way out to the Roach Coach this morning. He's like, "Oh, dude, you in the comic books?" I'm like, "Yeah, how'd you guess?" He's like, "I saw all them stickers on your car." I'm like, "Yep, that's the CG mobile, my friend." So I started telling him about what's going on in indie comics, and that, I work with a buddy of mine every day. We got a show on YouTube. It's all indie comics all the time.
Mm-hmm.
And he was like, seemed really excited. So as soon as I get those extra 5 copies of Devilfly, We will be handing a couple out around my new work.
Cool. That's cool to meet up with people like that, and not in the comic shop.
Yeah, exactly. But that's why I put the stickers on my car, because I figured, somebody eventually is gonna like be looking at my car and go, "Wait a minute, I've seen that, all caps somewhere before. I've seen that
Really?
absolute sticker on you, something." I got Artie Bears, Lopez's, I got Ethan's, I got
Pays to advertise.
yeah, I got Death Metal Hero sticker on there. I got 2 Jason stickers, one on the front, one on the back. Um, I got Cecil's Cash Grab sticker on the one side of the car. Trying to think of what else I got up there. I got a couple other good ones on there too. But I try to keep them all out of my line of sight for my highway driving,
Well, we have one
And I don't
more
want to put
stretch.
them on the car.
We have one more stretch though, so maybe it could be, a car-friendly Devil Flyer design bumper sticker.
Well, see, that's the thing. I don't put anything on my car. It has to go on the window so that one.
Oh, so it needs to be like a window clean?
Well, it don't have to be clean. It can be a sticker. That's fine. But if you're gonna make a sticker, you got to make sure you check that it's indoor outdoor. Because I think I think it was. I don't want to say the campaign's name, but anyway, I got a couple of stickers that came with a cool campaign that I did a catch up tier on. 1 and 2 people that know me may be able to figure this out. So I immediately put those on my car, but it was summertime, and apparently these things were not made for outdoor use.
Yeah,
and
you were saying that.
Yeah, I didn't realize
on the outside of your car, not the inside.
Yeah, I put them on the outside, and they just sun faded to nothing like in 6 days, dude. It was like just white spots. I'm like, oh shit.
Yeah. So do you take a scraper and take them off at that point?
Yeah, you just grab your little razor scraper and then you put a new one on.
Or maybe a Sharpie and do some artwork, right? Stick it in that spot.
That's a good idea. I hadn't thought about that. I might have to try that with the next one that fails me. Anyway, I'm going to pop out for a second, Rex, and come right back because we're starting to echo a little bit.
Okay.
All right. Be right back.
Just when I wanted to show him something. Oh, well. I can show you something. Bullseye, they did a Bullseye magazine that had like, I don't know if this character was called the Ghost, but it had like the old Charlton characters. This was the first time that the superhero line like Blue Beetle and Captain Atom and other characters were printed since the 60s, as far as I know. They had a Charlton Bullseye run. This is advertising Charlton Bullseye #1, subscription to that and other titles, which is cool because you get like Valley of the Dinosaurs. I've got a few of those. Speed Buggy. So they did Speed Buggy. Scooby-Doo. Sergeant Snorkel. Pebbles and Bam Bam. I saw one of those recently. Hong Kong Phooey. Great Gazoo, which is the sort of green alien character with a helmet that was on the Jetsons, I believe. Flintstones, Dino from the Flintstones, Blondie, Beetle Bailey, Barney and Betty Rubble, Wheelie and the Chopper Bunch, Yogi Bear, Fighting Army, Fighting Marines, War, Beyond the Grave, Creepy Things, Ghost Manor, Ghostly Haunts, Ghostly Tales, rather. So, these subscription ads as a nice little checklist. You might go, oh, I didn't know they did Speed Buggy. I didn't know they did Yogi Bear. So you can do a search on eBay or whatever and find, knowing's half the battle, right? Knowing that it's out there. Haunted Love, Mini Ghost Dr. Gray's, Midnight Tales, Monster Hunters. Hunters had at least 2 issues with Mike Zeck covers. Mike Zeck worked for Charlton at this time or a little bit later than this. Scary Tales, For Lovers Only, I Love You, Just Married, Love and Romance, Love Diary, My Only Love, Secret Romance, Secrets of Young Brides. So romance comics, big for Charlton and DC was doing some. I'm sure Marvel was too, but they probably stuck with it longer. Charlton did. Teen Confessions and Time for Love. Billy the Kid, which is only only Western.
Back in my original.
You had Doomsday Plus One. This is the first issue, and it's already listed here in subscription ad. E-Man, House of Yang, Korg, Phantom, Vengeance Squad, and Yang. So there's all the different genres. Here's the ad for the magazine. Charlton Bullseye. I have a friend that has some of these. There's Blue Beetle, and then on there, right there in black and white, is Captain Atom fighting the ghost type character. But they did a magazine. I don't have any of those. I would like all of those because that was the first time the Charlton Hero line was reproduced. Something I'm noticing, and you can only notice on the light. Remember, you get these bubbles. It was usually on slick stock where the lamination would separate from the paper. There's a couple of these on the cover. Let's see if we can see them in the water here. I don't know.
And then you want to look for it in a water scene to make it that much more difficult for people to access.
Yeah, I don't know that it's going to show up.
I don't think it's showing up on camera.
Right, there's one right here and one right by the raft. They're kind of close to the raft there.
Can you just feel it, like a little?
I don't know what a pressing would do to that. Would it eliminate it? I don't know,
dude. If there's air trapped in there somehow, or else it got so saturated that a little tiny drop of ink dried underneath there.
Yeah.
If you try, I don't know. I don't know what would happen when you press it.
It's probably just on the surface.
I don't know. You might ruin the cover too. I don't know.
You got to consider that. Now here is Doomsday Plus One issue 2, John Byrne cover.
That's cool.
I gotta wonder, did he use markers to color it? Because they were. Doesn't it look like marker work? Or maybe painted? I don't know. It's definitely different on the coloring.
Maybe he actually colored that with alcohol markers or something.
I don't know. Did they have alcohol markers back in 1975?
I think they did, but they were very expensive.
Notice on number 1, you have the rocket in what I call the Ditko box. You have the rocket going up.
I was mute.
And on other subsequent issues, you have the explosion over the city.
Explosion over the city.
But look at that. Look at that signature. John Byrne 75. The death machine is broken through. We are doomed.
Doomed at time. Mm-hmm. It's no use. They'll never make
it. And issue 3 here, another robot.
You remember that one, right?
No.
From the old Banana Splits, Gulliver's Travels.
I haven't watched that in a long time.
Yeah, the one character on there was called Glum, and he We're all doomed. It won't work. We'll never make it.
Space 1999, issue 4. I actually have a copy of this, but I don't think it's in great shape. This one's pretty decent. Not the best, but it's better than my other copy, I think. There you go, some Walter Koenig by John Byrne. Great iconic cover.
Wait a minute, Walter Koenig, is that
issue 4, Space 1999.
Walter Koenig's not Scotty, is he? No, that's
no.
Walter Koenig.
No, he was on Mission Impossible. That's
right.
He was actually nothing to do with Star Trek.
Walter Koenig. There was an actor on Star Trek.
Martin Landau from
Martin Landau. Okay, you said the wrong name.
Married to Barbara Bain, and it was.
I know
Barbara
who Martin Landau is. That's why I was saying that don't look nothing like Walter Koenig.
Oh well, okay, but I was talking about the character's name. His name was Koenig.
Oh, on the show.
On the show, yeah.
Oh no. Sorry,
I don't know if it was Walter or not. It was Koenig.
No, the dude that was the actor on Star Trek was Walter Koenig.
Yeah, got it. Okay,
right. Yeah. That's what got me confused. But yeah, that does look like Martin Landau a lot more.
It is Martin Landau. Yeah,
way more than that other dude.
All right, so we got Scary Tales number 4 and 5 and 6. So we got some horror titles.
Yeah, baby.
That was the sci-fi.
You just pack those right up in old Shadow's packet. Send them right. Send them right my way.
That's an unlikely story. You know, there used to be a thing.
You missed my birthday. I'm just saying.
All New Ghostly Haunts number 50, a later issue. Garson cover. Don't know who that is, but very nice cover.
Garson.
Mm-hmm. And there's your lizard representation for today, Lorenzo.
Ooh. He looks hungry.
But issue 50, and then here was sort of the hostess of the book there in the Ditko box. Over the narrator of the stories. This one, unfortunately, had water damage. So maybe Tree Goblin will give me a pass on this one. You know, he's always
Tree Goblin will buy it from me.
Dip it in water. So this one has been dipped in water at some point. The new bags that I bought have actually an embossed emblem on the flap. I don't know that I like that.
If you're still out there, that your soak it in water joke has given me a wonderful idea for some things to do when I review comics.
Well, when you dip it in water, you definitely could stick the pages together, get it moldy, and also rust the staples and get rust migration like this on the book.
Well, I've got this little baby fish tank that I haven't used since my daughter was 5. But it's almost the perfect size to say drop a comic book you really fucking hate into and let it just soak up all the water and see what happens.
Who wants to pay $5 for a modern book though and then soak it? Because there's probably a lot being produced today you'd want to do that way.
Well, dude, there's a couple of them that I've gotten that I wouldn't mind tossing in that little tank and letting them.
It's wavy. This would be a good for a pressing just to straighten it out where you could read it easier, you know?
Since had
and these would be good books to practice on for for if you got a new press. This shows you the how the staples were off. This one was on the side of the book the way it should be, and this was more on the side. See?
Oh wow, yeah. Yep. It was going either traveling through that stapler bad or they had it misaligned.
Like I said, the quality on these, you can't, was pretty bad, and you can't get them even slabbed, even graded, you know.
Well, dude, you know what? There's
Often.
so much that goes into old school like press printing, you know,
Hmm.
because you could have the best artwork in the world, but if the guy that makes your plates is fucked up, your shit's gonna come out all blurry and jacked up and horrible anyway. You know, people are gonna be like, "What the hell happened?" And it's not your fault at all. It's the way it got, you know, put on the plate before it was pressed. Now we have, you know, it's progressed past the point where they used to actually have to make, you know, where it was a physical plate where it had
Right.
what? Oh
Yeah,
God,
it's
what
a
do they
lot
call?
different today.
Yeah, now they can do it straight off of photos and stuff, you know, and still make the information work with the presses. So, but yeah, we used to have. I got a bunch of them like in storage somewhere that I found when I was working at the old newspaper, of like original newspaper page presses that were made out of like aluminum or copper or something back in the day, and they
Right.
would actually, yeah, they're actually
It's pretty
like
close to like what
it's
you do on
embossed,
etching, except
yeah,
it's
like
embossed.
embossing
Yeah.
almost, yeah, and then
But
that's
I
what
mean,
put.
look at the paper stop at the bottom. It's deckled edge, it's rough edge.
Ooh, fancy that.
And I mean, this is par of the course for Charlton Comics. And then
Mm,
often at the bottom it would be like the
yeah,
page, which would be, would vary. That's why you can't hardly get them. And then just holding this up to the light, I saw a pinhole. Um, you don't get those anymore, but I can see the light going through the page here where you get pinholes, because it actually is a metal pin, and that's the you know uh,
right.
part of the binding.
So,
This has
remind me, Rex, what part of the process were you involved in when you were printing?
binding,
The binding part. Okay, see,
binding. Yeah,
that's what my brother does too. So, um, and there's a lot that can go wrong in binding. But again,
neat, neat
like
creature there.
you gotta have good pressmen, man. You gotta have people that know what they're doing with those presses.
Mhm.
Because if the pressure is on the page is off, it's a little too high, a little too low, that ink is not gonna hit the page the way you want it to. It's not gonna dry the way you want it to. One
Well,
little
good.
thing can fuck
uh,
everything up.
Well, good thing about this, no pages stuck together. I guess they would probably tell you that. Now, they kind of did if it looked a little wavy on the cover,
What
I
are we
really
looking
didn't
at? Girly
notice.
magazines? Why would there be pages stuck together? I'm
Well,
just
you get
teasing.
them wet, they could
I
stick
know.
together.
I'm just
Okay.
teasing.
This does have a Ditko story that is in the very front of the book. Uh, the Ghostly Haunts number 50 here. He did a lot of work for Ditko. He's this is not this artist reminds me of, what is his name?
No idea.
Yeah, I know it. And I'm not likely to think of it.
In your brain, Rex, it could be anybody. I could be guessing for days.
Well, he did Hercules in the early 80s, but you don't know him from
Oh,
that. He did some Red Circle stuff.
wow. I read a couple of the Hercules 4-issue miniseries. Was it that guy?
Oh, there's Speed Buggy. So here's some of the things that they were publishing. You got Popeye, Yogi Bear, Speed Buggy, Flintstones, and the Phantom. You'd see the water damage was kind of
Oh,
extensive here.
looks like somebody peed down the seam of that thing.
I know, and it will, when you get that watermark,
Yeah.
grit ad here. But still, it's, not welcome to the show, White Nipple.
God damn it. What the?
Joe Gill
My
artwork.
internet is for shit.
Rich Larson artwork on this, but Joe Gill story.
Mess.
On the backstory. And then Our Zombies Real, which is another a Ditko one pager. Our Zombies. Back? Yes, you're back. Our Zombies Real Ditko page, the very last story, one pager story, cool. Talking about
a one pager. Okay.
Well, I mean, it's talking about like voodoo and about you know
a lot of text zombies. And just a couple of panels, basically.
Yeah.
That's
so
cool.
Not too bad.
It's
on
a little
this.
short story.
I have. I mean, it's pretty wavy, It's but now rust migration hasn't went too far, but
wavy gravy.
Generally, you don't want anything that's gotten wet like that, especially around the staples, because it would, over time it can the whole
rust out.
Yeah. But now, if you want a reader copy, this is
for mini copy. That's not a bad thing.
Mini Ghost of Dr. Graves from 1976, number 57. So a later issue of that. Again, this has been water damaged. And is missing the bottom staple.
Oh.
So
that might actually be doing you a favor, though, because at least you're not going to get the rust migrating.
Yeah, and that's the thing to talk about. Like this staple, I've seen it deep set into the book where and if it's deep set into the book,
where it actually
you can't fully open the book.
Yep.
Because it's stapled, that much real estate.
That's what I'm saying, dude. There's so many things that can go wrong when you're physically printing books. Like you got the whole press process to start with, if it's not laser done now, or what do you call it? Oh God,
out there.
Computer, graphically done. It's not digital.
A rampart of demons.
To do it old school, there's like just so much stuff there, and then to bind it, there's at least 3 or 4 things to do there that you can get all fucked up. You get one of them fancy ones like I've got, and they sew in the bookmark wrong, or it hits the wrong spot on the book, because it's supposed to hang like right in the middle when you first get it.
There's your caterpillar representation. The enemies. And it becomes Mothra. It becomes Mothra, a giant moth, apparently. Or something.
Oh.
Butterfly.
Caterpillar Hawk.
I don't know what's going on. Because obviously that's still around, but you still have the flying version. So I don't know. So you're being terrorized by a giant caterpillar. The way they stop it, spoilers, bazooka shot. Shoot it with a bazooka.
Full of salt.
Yeah, there you go.
Well, that wasn't a slug, was it? It was a caterpillar. All right.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Caterpillar, and then for some reason they had a moth or a butterfly flying around as well. I don't know why. What did I give for these? What did I give for these? I rounded up a penny, so like $4.20 a copy. So for some early Byrne stuff that's in fairly,
$7.
That's not bad.
7. How many books do you have there? 7?
10.
10. Okay. So yeah, 48 cents a copy or so. That ain't bad.
I've got Scary Tales number 4, and we'll come back and look at this. This might be a Tom Sutton cover. I'm not sure. There's actually a good YouTube thing.
I got 1 or 2 of those somewhere, Rich. I think you said you were trying to get all of those, right?
Not Scary Tales.
No? Oh.
Black cover, nice shape, fairly nice shape. Ditko cover, Scary Tales number 5. coming out of the mirror.
Coming
There's sort
out
of
of
a
the
Hyde-like figure.
mirror.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. 50 years before whatchamacallit did it with the stupid little Chinese girl.
Very Sal Buscema like artwork, I think, on this. Scary Tales number 6. Kind of Scooby-Doo looking, huh?
Yeah, a little bit.
But they reuse this cover, and they have more of a magenta cover, by a more brighter cover when they reissued
Mars Attacks on steroids.
And Scary Tales number 7 here. This is Larson and somebody else artwork, but it's sort of like a white werewolf or something, a Wendigo type character.
Oh, cool.
And there's sort of the governess or whatever her, the vampire type lady.
Yeah, what her name was.
Yeah, this one is 1976. 76. Most of these are for 1976. Even the ghostly great Ghost of Dr. Graves, 76. He might be off from now. Doomsday +1, number 1, 2, 3 was from 1975. Oh, Shadowhawk's knees have given out. Dip your comics in water regularly. Dipping sticks the pages. Yeah. Together. Potentially can, especially that that stock. Real quick here, happy heavenly birthday again to Joe Kubert. Joe Kubert, Sergeant Rock cover. Did a lot of the Sergeant Rock covers, as you can see here. This guy's just kind of posting what he has in his collection. You can see it's got a torn off cover partly there by the barcode. But nice Target. I always like Target covers.
Yeah. It's always a good gimmick.
There were some Sergeant Rocks in the Adler collection that were saved. There he's holding a baby, protecting a woman. I'm not sure if this one's an Adler or not, but it's there would be a light Adler if it was. I've seen this one where they're looking down in the grave.
Street comma.
Here is an
old one. Only we're certified to work on trees, and nobody takes advice about your book.
Our Army at War 10 Center. So that's old. There's another great bazooka cover.
Ooh,
I like the back flash on that. Really neat.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to think of, what you call it.
That's 1960. That's Our Army at War number 97, featuring early Sergeant Rock.
Pretty cool.
It was Elvira's that 73rd birthday the other day, Cassandra Peterson.
Really? She's 73 now?
Yeah, turned 73 yesterday.
Yeah. It was kind of weird. I was never super fan of her, but I liked her better as Elvira than I did as her regular stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Although she was really cute still when she didn't have makeup on and stuff. I think she was a redhead. Cassandra Peterson, I believe.
Yeah, I think she posed early, in the late 70s.
Yeah, and then they came out way later. Somebody dug them up, and
maybe Penthouse or something. I actually had that issue at one time.
Really? Oh.
Mm-hmm.
I ain't gonna lie, I wouldn't fucking mind seeing what she looked like naked.
She was red. She was definitely a natural redhead.
Was she all freckly or no?
Not that I remember. No.
Okay.
I wasn't looking for freckle. Anyway, Art T. Bear says it has begun the return of our dynamic duo to Indiegogo, Black and White. Volume 3,
Yeah.
Sin of the Father, now has a sign-up page on Indiegogo.
Yes, sir. Signed up last night, I think.
I don't know that I've signed up yet, so, but.
Yeah, signed up for that one. So I think I signed up for Malin. I haven't signed up for Frog G yet, though. I got to sign up for that one. Still.
And I can send you that
3,
link
I'm already
if you want
signed
me to.
up. Yeah, send it to me. Would you, Rex? That way when we get done streaming, I can go hit it and just go sign up.
Okay. That means I have to get it off to you now. Bewitched premiered 60 years ago. Yesterday.
Well, you can send it to me after we finish if we got time. I don't know how soon you got to leave. You didn't say what time you started.
Immediately after the show. I have to clock in at
Well, I understand that. How long is the show going to be? What time do you have to leave, Dick Nut?
Dick Nut. Wow.
Dude, I'm in pain over here.
Dick Nut. Wow, where'd that come from?
I was trying to be nice and mean at the same time.
What are they doing to my Avengers? No. West Coast Avengers cover here.
What the hell?
Looks like graffiti for a title. Okay, I'm fine with that.
God.
But this, we got the dog and we got the talking.
Oh, so they didn't do the new Warriors super gay. They just snuck
they did.
in.
Yeah, no, they did. They released that.
Oh, did they finally put that out?
Yeah, they did.
Oh God, that's so horrible. And then they did it to the West Coast Avengers too, huh? All right, yeah. Thanks, Marvel. You fucks.
Now I had forgotten this. They had a second series for House of Mystery in the 80s. I had totally forgotten about that, and that House of Mystery had Elvira in it.
Yeah, I think that was like an anniversary issue or something.
Yeah,
I think I've got that.
10.
Yeah, I've got that one, and then I think there was another House of Mystery that she did too, or else there was a different cover for it. So
this almost, I've got to believe this, but Muhammad Ali and Michael Jackson in 1968.
Was Michael Jackson alive in 1968? I guess he was.
Yeah, he was. Yeah.
Yeah.
Very young.
He was a little bit old. He was a little bit older than us, all right.
Yes. Tito, his brother, passed away the other day at age 70.
Oh, no shit. No, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, he passed away.
Tito was the only man. All the rest of them disappeared like immediately, except for Janet.
That hair, that afro hair is bigger than his suit, his body. What the hell?
Oh, yeah,
he's real young there.
You remember OJ's afro in the first what was that? Police squad. He goes to walk through the door and he's got to turn his head sideways so he can get his afro through. No, you don't remember this, really?
All right, you got to do the voice.
There
you go. Reverberate throughout the whole city.
Lorenzo. There's your lizard representation, my friend. Twice today, at least.
Oh, 3 times at least.
She ain't down here, baby. I don't know where she is.
If you dip your comics in water, they glow in the dark. Try it.
Tree Goblin, quit telling lies. Damn it.
If
people are going to listen.
If it's glow in the dark, chemically treated water, maybe.
What do you need?
I need Stephanie.
I like Michael Cho. I like his stuff. Retro Batman. I like that. Michael Cho did some covers of a few years back that I really liked, the Hulk and I don't know, some others that I have in my collection. And he also did the 1940s Action Comics 1000th cover, 1000th issue, did the 40s brand cover. Remember this title, Shadowhawk? Somerset Holmes from Eclipse Comics. I used to collect some of those because it had painted covers and it was pretty neat. I actually started, read the first few issues of that. Eventually dropped it. I mean, $1.50.
Yeah, I don't think I read that one, man.
And I haven't forgotten your Bernie rights and representation here.
Ooh, hold on. I gotta blow this up. Oh my.
Representation. Okay, I'm going to get my Doomsday #1 in a boarded bag. And actually, good thing we did a flip through because it wasn't just the back cover and the one page. There was a little bit on the next page that was
What's
bent
this
over.
one from, Rex? Do you know?
Don't know. Probably a portfolio he did. I'm guessing.
I don't think that's part of Frankenstein, but man, that tree is cool as hell.
Yeah,
damn.
Problem books. Out of all the things
fucking
for
Byrne,
cover,
fucking
dog
master.
ears are the worst.
I hate dog ears. That just makes me angry when I get a book that's got a dog ear and it's like, God damn,
and when it's on like the whole issue or like 6 or 7 pages.
Oh yeah. If it's fucking deep, that's even worse, dude. Even when it's just the cover, it's just like,
well,
you get that,
if it doesn't
that
break,
little tiny
it's
one.
not good for it. But if it doesn't break cover, you can press
but
that.
You know how you get the little dinky ones because somebody pushed it into the bag too hard. Down it's only got that bottom right corner when you're looking at and you'll get that little tiny one because somebody wasn't patient when they were putting it in the bag. And it's like, makes me so mad.
Goldfinger was released in 1964 yesterday. So anniversary of Goldfinger. Goldfinger. And I think that was...
No, Mr. Bond. I expect you to die.
It was a big success.
You expect me to talk, Goldfinger? No.
Bewitched, like I said, premiered 60 years ago yesterday. The series' magical run spanned 8 seasons, and I do have all 8 seasons, the complete collection of Bewitched, and Tabitha that came out much later, which wasn't near as good, but 254 episodes.
All right, who remembers the evil Samantha? Was it her cousin or her sister?
I did. Yeah, with the black wig and she had the mole. We were talking about her.
Yeah, they had the exact same, everything except that. Well, Jeannie did the same thing too. But what was her name?
Remember Sanka Coffee?
Do you? Oh God, that shit was horrible.
It was, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It was like pine tree.
We used to keep a
pine tar.
Like
I don't know. I can't help
like a little jar or whatever, like the Sanka instant crap, and then liquid saccharin, because back in the day in the 70s they didn't know that saccharin was bad for you. And whenever my Uncle Mike come by to visit, he had already gotten throat cancer from smoking. He quit smoking and all that shit. But he had one of those. So when he talked, he was like.
Oh yeah, he had the box, the vibrating box.
So he sounded like a Cylon,
Oh yeah.
But,
I know a few people like that.
Whenever he came by the house, I'd have to go run into the kitchen and grab the Sanka and the fucking liquid syrup saccharin so that we could make Uncle Mike a cup of coffee. But the coolest thing about Uncle Mike was he had a fucking big bone German Shepherd This thing was huge, and she was pure white. And she was
kind of like the saccharine tapered bottle. That was clear and white, remember?
Yeah, dude, that's what I'm talking about. You remember that bottle?
I definitely remember that bottle. Yeah,
clear liquid. Yeah, fuck people. And then they found out later, like, oh, this stuff's really bad for you. We're banning it from the market. My uncle is already.
This isn't the final form by John Dillard of the Bystander, because he's going to put some cosmic energy, kind of coming out of its palm.
A little Kirby Crackle.
Yeah, I kind of suggest we'll see.
Okay, yeah, I hate it. I mean, let Dillard do his thing, man. He usually does what.
Right.
Dude, I'm really hoping things go well for him with this campaign with the Yellow Flash. That fucking asshole. Not Dillard, Yellow Flash.
Right.
You know what? I don't give a fuck how mad you are. Shut the fuck up for 6 fucking months before you go double cross Ethan and all this other bullshit. You're getting ready to launch a new book, dude. How are you doing? I'm still buying it because I got to. I gotta support Dillard. I love the boy. Even though he's easily unlovable, but I still love him.
If you back the book Reaper Destroyer, he's got his final. Joe Sontag's getting his final book to proof. I think this is like his third or fourth one because he wants.
Oh, dude, I
back
the Destroyer box. Destroyer.
Well, good. You'll be getting it here pretty soon because they'll be going to print soon. Joan,
dude, I went big on this one.
We'll go big or go home. Let's watch the trailer. I'm gonna go use the restroom. I'll be right back.
Oh, the little ladies' room. Oh, I mean, it's a little boy.
Wait a minute. I don't know that his trailer is that long. Do it. I don't know. That's not. We'll give it a try anyway. Reaper Destroyer.
Sorry. This is looking pretty cool. Dude, yeah, that's looking good. No. Got me your box coming. Add to my box collection. Oh, sorry, folks. Rex has left the stadium.
And he slides into
wow, there he is. Slide in at the light. Right under the wire.
Huh?
They're right under the wire, sliding in.
$72,920.
Nice. That's not bad for a first campaign, bro. That's Joe's done well.
If I did that, we'd go monthly.
Shit.
Well, I'm telling you, man.
Dude, if you did it right, you probably could. But, if you went and bought a warehouse first, you probably couldn't.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So, you want to see John Dillard's new artwork for this character here?
For the Mighty Galactic Yellow. Oh, I thought you were talking about his Yellow Flash campaign. Yeah, let's see what he's got for you.
No, something he did for me. Yeah, besides the
Yeah,
bystander cosmic hand presentation.
Yes, sir.
Because I commissioned him recently for
another
bystander.
like
Yeah, 10 bystander pieces total from him.
Mm-hmm.
Not all of them will go in this book, but that puts me ahead on sort of the inserts,
Right.
for future stories with the bystander.
For Zero and Future Vision.
Yesterday we were talking about Iron Apex back and forth in the chat, and I'm sure you heard the conversation of like an all horror issue.
Dead
Ninja. That would go good in this character here, female character called the Seer, is going to be another sort of presentation type, much like these Charlton books,
Oh, like a hostess type,
like
thing?
A hostess, right? Like
narrator.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool. So, dude, I like that. I don't know why people haven't really brought that back yet in indie comics. Where you got like a
back at Momentum Comics.
There you go, Rich. There you go, brother.
Dillard reveal.
Hell yeah! Ooh, look at that. Oh, see, with the black background, dude, that pops, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like it. She's got the Starfield inside her hood. Ah,
yeah.
Hell yeah.
And then her, if I can get it up here we go. She's got it underneath her there.
Oh, and then the shadows even got the Starfield in it. Like nice.
Yeah.
Nice, dude. Fucking Dillard. Dillard.
I completely on that. Yeah.
Love you, John. I hope you do really well, man. I hope Flesh didn't fuck you up too hard.
I think do all right.
I think they're gonna do okay. I really do. I just wish Flash would launch the thing already.
On it and it's all blued out, blue image, which kind of
like I said, I'm backing it anyway, but I'm probably just doing one cover, and I'll back whichever cover Dillard did, and then I mean, sorry, but if Flash wouldn't have turned on CG, then I would have probably bought a box or something, but.
I get it.
Well, I mean, I'm sorry, but you can't fucking put aside what the core guys started back in 2016, 2017, 2018, and what they put together and how much they promoted other people since then. And if you can't, I mean, yeah, you get annoyed. Everybody has fucking issues. Everybody has impatience. Everybody feels like maybe they don't get talked enough about. But you want to start going after the big cats and fucking CG and shit, you're gonna fucking piss people off and you're gonna lose audience. I mean, it's just not a good idea.
I don't know what it comes to, I mean, when it comes to the internet, just some people lose their common sense,
Well, see, and the other thing is, dude, people think that, you go in these private chats and these discords and shit, and you can just talk as much mad shit as you want. Nobody's ever going to see it because it's all private. But you never know who the fuck is in there and who's taking screenshots of the shit you say and all, it's just a nightmare. Why do it? If I got a problem with somebody, I'll just tell them straight up, I got a problem with you. I'm not supporting you anymore,
Well, that's above board. 40 years ago, Transformers premiered.
Yeah.
40 years of Transformers.
Did I watch the premiere? That's the question. I can't remember if I actually watched it when it first started or if I started watching it later.
I've got to be honest. This was college years for me, and
Mm.
cartoons kind of took a back seat unless I.
Yeah, dude, I don't think I really, because I've never been a big Transformer, like, not even the toys, you know, and
Yeah.
I never really
name about right now.
Probably, but I never really got into Transformers. I was like, eh. That's why I didn't back PTP when he started doing his Transformer clone thing, because it was like, dude, man, I'm into Johnny Phantasm. I backed you like fucking fully on all 3 of those campaigns. And now you're switching gears and doing fucking a Transformer ripoff? What the fuck? Sorry.
Well, I mean, look, he's into it and he likes that type of thing. And I think he and Ethan talked about doing that, right? At one time together, All Caps Comics.
No. No, because
what was it he was trying out for?
PTP was involved with the whole printing up the omnibus for Dale Keown, the Pit omnibus.
Okay, but there was early on with him.
No, early on when Ethan was first getting ready to make figures and stuff, and him and Patrick were talking. But the figures that Ethan wanted to make were way more, you know, articulated and all that shit, like a Marvel Legends or something. I mean, you haven't got yours yet.
I don't think that was it. I think it was sort of like a Transformers type thing or something they were talking about doing together, and he was going to draw it.
Well,
and Ethan was like, "No, that's not quite what I want," and I don't think that Patrick could get it quite right to what Ethan kind of had.
No, no. I know what you're talking about now. That was actually okay.
It was some project that we were going to do, and he was going to draw it or something, design it out.
I don't know. Maybe he might have been trying to get Ethan to do a cover for him or something. I don't know. I can't remember
exactly what it was, but
I do know that at a certain point, Patrick happened to be up in Ethan's neighborhood. They went out, had lunch, had a talk and shit, and it was during the time when all this big controversy over.
But now they've had a flare up since then, haven't they?
Sort well, again, let me finish the story, Rex.
Okay.
That was the beginning of it. Was back then, because when Ethan was like, he got a call, and PTP was like, "Oh, I'm gonna be up your way. You know, you want to meet up? Maybe we'll have lunch or something." Ethan's cool. He was like, "Sure." Drove out and went and met him. I believe Ethan even paid for fucking lunch. And all PTP wanted to do was bitch behind the scenes about other people, about Mandy and Reenie and this, that, and the other. And you know, and then he's like, "Well, I'm doing this, you know, Transformers toy, and I know you're into toys, and blah blah blah, Ethan." So he sent him one, and Ethan like tried to transform it and shit, and he's like, "There's fucking 3 pages of instructions to transform this thing. It's like 73 steps, dude. It's insane."
Wow. It's like a Rubik's cube.
Yeah, it's insane. Ethan was like, I tried for a little while, and then I just threw the fucking thing in the goddamn garbage.
Yeah. Disrespect.
Yeah. But then, so whatever happened after that, that's when apparently like this whole big back room thing started going on, and we had a bunch of people that were feeling disrespected or whatever by the Comicsgate Kings and CG royalty, as they call them. And
are they calling them royalty now?
Yeah, apparently. So, you know, they all wanted to get together in little back rooms and have their little bitch sessions, and they didn't realize that there was somebody in there that was fucking just screenshotting all that shit and keeping a record of it. and happened to be a good friend of Ethan's and
Cornbread
John.
Man, probably. Cornbread Man.
Well, from what I've heard, it was Bama, Jay Bama.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people that say that type of stuff, you know.
Mm-hmm. I mean, and none of this is, gospel. It's just what I've heard. But apparently, Jay Bama was the original mole. There may have been more than one. But yeah, so Ethan eventually and John and everybody all eventually ended up getting a hold of all these private conversations that were going on behind their back. And they're like, I'm having you on my show. I'm promoting your book. I talk about you nice and shit. And then you go in these fucking rooms and fucking say all this horrible shit about me. Why should I be promoting?
In DM groups? Yeah,
right. Yeah, so why should I keep on promoting you? What's in it for me?
Well, I'm doing an action figure. It's based loosely on Ethan because I don't want to get sued. And his character name is Ballbuster.
Oh, ow!
Oh. Not really.
Just make sure you give him a nice big note.
Kind of like that Ratchet Man, Ooh. I felt that one.
Oh, dude. Oh, God. You remember that Punisher?
You remember that Punisher for days over that. Oh,
you remember the Punisher toy they came out with in the 80s, and he kind of did the Transformer thing and turned into a gun, but it was his junk that ended up being the barrel.
Wow. Okay.
You never seen that, dude?
I never seen that. Oh, my
God. It's fucking hilarious. It made it to production. I don't know how the hell it made it to the goddamn shelf.
We need to get one of those.
All right, we got to look one up, and we got to get on eBay and find one and see how much they got. I guarantee you they're probably pretty good money because they didn't last long.
Yeah.
A lot of moms started complaining like really quickly about this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I told you that there was, I call it SpongeBob underpants because he's wearing underwear, and parents complained, and so it went. They stopped producing it fairly quickly.
On the intro of the show, they show him in his underpants, and he's getting ready for work every morning.
Yeah, parents just then don't buy it for your children.
Mm-hmm.
You have a choice. Of course, I also get you want to kind of guard.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want
your children from going in the store and seeing something that's too salacious or whatever. But I don't think that.
Yeah, but it's fucking SpongeBob and a pair of tidy whities, dude.
Well, remember they had that whole series that was Captain Underpants that was wildly popular.
Dude, that fucking thing was the most popular, like, what do you call it? Trade paperback or whatever.
It was like Scholastic. Yeah, it was through Scholastic.
My daughter's got 5 or 6 of them.
So why don't the parents? That goes through the schools. Why don't the parents put the kibosh on that?
Dude, I've actually read those, and there's nothing bad in there.
I get it, but what I'm saying is,
but the characters in the underpants.
In the cities, they're hyper sexualizing a lot of the content.
Right.
That actually is inappropriate for children.
But it depends how it's drawn. Like SpongeBob and a pair of tidy whities, there's no fucking bulge or anything. It's just smooth.
As I remember, he was like in the form of an egg, right? The character?
SpongeBob?
Captain Underpants.
No, well, he was kind of round.
Yeah, like a weevil.
Or ovate, but he didn't have any kind of like junk showing or anything. It looked more like, they called him Captain Underpants, but to me, it looked like a diaper. Because it was all
I'm hitting the end button because I had to clock in like.
Hello, keep collecting. We love you guys. See you tomorrow.